Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is an extension off of Chapter 7, Section 1. We're talking about the idea of coding. What coding is its rules to convert some sort of piece of information into another piece of information. And why it's kind of important for us and why we're talking about it now is because all codes are functions. Each thing that you put into the code gives you a different output. You're not going to put something in and get two different items out, and so forth. So codes tie right into the idea of functions and what we're talking about right now. So what codes kind of look like? There's two different ways that codes can be formed. Codes can be all numbers. So you put in a certain number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, and then it gives you out a different number. So when you put in 1, you actually mean 4. When you put in 2, it actually means 2. 3 means 3. 4 means 9. 5 means 7. 6 means 1. 7 means 8. 8 means 5. And 9 means 6. And so forth. You can continue on going through there. You could have codes where letters mean different letters. So A means H, B means D, C means E, D means A, and so forth. And you could have this for the entire alphabet, A through Z, or so forth. Or you could combine these two types of things. You could put in a number and get out a letter, or you could put in a letter and get out a number. So there's different aspects there. How they look kind of on graphs. This was the number code from the previous slide. The inputs are down here on the bottom. So when you put in the number 1, you got out the number 4. 2, you got 2. 3, you got 3. 4 was 9, and so forth. You can see if we drew lines connecting all of these points that the vertical line test passes for all of these points. There's no points that are doubled up there. And really good codes have no specific pattern put into them. They're all unique and so forth there. And so why we're talking about this is leading us into a project that you're going to work on the next couple of days. You're going to create your own code. The outputs will be the letters of the alphabets at a bare minimum. You have to have all 26 letters of the alphabet. If you want to put numbers as part of your outputs as well, you can do that as well. Your inputs, so what you put as your input value of your code can be numbers, letters, symbols. The only thing that I ask you to do is that you put your outputs to be letters. Your code must follow function rules, so it has to pass the vertical line test. You're going to graph your code like we saw in this previous slide here. You're going to create a graph where you put your inputs down the bottom, put your letters of the alphabet on the side, and then plot your code there. And then you're going to create two sentences using your code. And what that's going to be is, you find two sentences, or you create two sentences. I love math. Mr. Denner is awesome, something like that. And you're going to write it in your code. So your inputs, it'll be spelled out in code, and then you'll have partners decode your code for you, so that they can then understand what you wrote and so forth, and you'll do the same for them. Alright, so more information for this will be discussed in class, and it'll also be put up on my website. So this is just an introduction to coding and get you thinking about some of that stuff there. If you have any other questions, make sure you let me know. Have a good day.